Hey YouTube, Sergio Becerra II here again, my YouTube channel, Frankenstein1, and today I'm going to be doing a book review on a book I just finished reading 6 days ago, and it's right here, The War on Cops by Heather McDonald, published in 2016. As we all know that we're still living in civil unrest at the moment between all communities and the police right now, even during these other dark times with the coronavirus, and still it's just been very disruptive and very out of control. Uh, this book details what police are facing today, right now, um, especially with especially after recent shootings that we all know. This book details what police are facing, how they're being hated, how they're being mistreated, how police are being killed on on the line of duty right now, and Heather McDonald lays out some of the details due to past police-involved shootings such as Trayvon Martin, uh, Michael Brown, and Freddie Gray, and other issues that police are still facing today, and even all the racial division that we previously saw caused by the Obama administration uh, be- between the years 2009 and 2016, which were the 8 years that he had served in the presidential office. And this book lays out completely how much racial division that the Obama administration caused between all communities and police, and even lays out all the all other details, such as what's going on with the jails, including California's prison litigation nightmare, which is like towards the end. And then the last chapter also is the decriminalization delusion, which is right now we're seeing a lot of certain laws being decriminalized, um, like petty theft and all other stuff that is going downhill right now, while being decriminalized, which is what I'm saying right now. And I live in California, and California is an absolute mess. And I want to get out of California because what I'm trying to say is California is legalizing crime at a big time rate, and there's a lot. For example, if you were to shoplift anything under $950, um, you're most likely let go, no consequences whatsoever. But if it's above that, then you are definitely screwed, and it's just crazy because one of the things I've noticed is shopping. When I go shopping at certain places like Walmart, they have a lot of their merchandise in glass cases, always secured all the time, because they've been having shoplifting problems too, from the jewelry department, movies, certain types of clothes. Um, like I said, jewelry, watches, men and women's watches. They're kept under guard in glass cases. A lot, and I've noticed that a lot. And then same thing with other department stores like the drugstores and Target, you name it. It's just out of hand right now. And recently, a couple of years ago, they tried to scrap commercial bail, which would have shut down all bail bond companies. Not only that would shut down their businesses, but it would also put bounty hunters out of work too. But so far as I've noticed a lot of these bail bond offices are still running, so therefore it's still operational, and that bounty hunting is still running too. So so thank God that those are still open. I think that case may have gotten overturned somehow. I want to say by the state, probably by the Supreme Court, because consider that unconstitutional because we all have a right to bail. And it's just getting worse from here in California, and I can't stand California. And I'm trying to get into law enforcement, not as a cop, but I've been thinking of getting into the U.S. Marshals, and of course, becoming a not just a marshal, but also a fugitive recovery agent, which of course, as I just mentioned, bounty hunting. So yeah, I rather hunt down wanted fugitives than just being in being in a patrol car, keeping the streets safe. No offense to police. I mean, I love you guys. I'm the son of an ex-cop. My father is ex-LAPD, and he's also ex-Air Force, so he knows that a lot. And I've learned a lot too. So to me, I consider this book as a criminal justice uh, guidebook, and and also a good text because this is what uh, police are dealing with right now, and it's just getting worse by the minute. For what's happening in Seattle and what's happening in Portland right now, and I feel bad for all these police departments uh, Minnesota, Seattle, Washington, Los Angeles. Of course, I live in a town here in California, which is about an hour away from Los Angeles, including New York City. I don't know why they're defunding their departments, these cities. It feels like an unnecessarily unfairly punishment when these departments like Seattle, New York City, and Los Angeles haven't done anything wrong. But what happened in Minneapolis and um, and and of course Atlanta, which we all know, which I'm not going to even get into. Um, Atlanta, so far, I don't know what's going to happen with them. Maybe, so far, I haven't heard about their police budget being cut back, but I know Minneapolis, they're about to have their department taken down. As far as I know, I haven't heard about them being fully dismantled. So, but I know there have been talks. But Seattle, LA, and New York City, their budgets got cut down by millions, and I find it again, I find it unfair, and it's as if they're unnecessarily and unfairly being punished for no damn reason, and yet this ridiculous movement is just getting worse by the minute. So our officers are like retiring at a rapid rate, and it's just getting ridiculous because they're now scared as hell to do their jobs in fear of being not only criticized but also politicized by the media, and the fear of getting killed on sight. With all these riots right now, I mean, these cities have a handful of what's going on in their cities like Seattle and Portland. They're basically responsible. That's why the marshals and National Guard have been sent in like after all these these past couple of months, and it's just getting ridiculous. So yeah. So this book really did help. If you guys are interested in this book, I'll leave the link for you from Amazon, and you guys can order yourself a copy. And of course other books that I have read concerning the criminal justice and law enforcement, such as again I've been studying bounty hunting, so that's been like my study right there as part of studying law enforcement, because bounty hunting is law enforcement, but they're charged of enforcing bail laws. So not only those books I have read, but this too. So this helps a lot. Okay, tell me what you think in the comments. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll leave a link in the description for this book. Follow me on Instagram, Sergio Becerra II, at Sergio Becerra 2, and I'll leave my email address in the description. Alright, that takes care of that. See you again. Bye.